Will you please remain standing for the invocation? Let's pray together. Dear God, we are so excited about being gathered here this evening to celebrate this important milestone in the lives of these graduates. We thank you so much for all the people who are here, who have been a part of the last 13 years of education, whether they be family members or friends or faculty or administration or staff people. We thank you so much that we're here because we're excited about the future of these young people. We're excited about the ways that you've allowed us to invest in their lives. And we just thank you so much for allowing us the privilege of being a part of their educational process. We thank you so much for the things that will be shared tonight. And we just ask you to use each speaker. Let them have words of encouragement and inspiration so that when we leave here tonight, we'll all be better prepared to serve you and to celebrate your wonderful gifts. We thank you so much for the privilege of celebrating and that we live in a country that allows us this freedom. And we thank you so much that we live in a community that values education and invests so much in the lives of its youth. We thank you for all of these blessings in your precious Son, Jesus' name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 1999, welcome to this special ceremony. It is my pleasure to introduce the speaker tonight, Mr. Paul Orr. A longtime educator and coach, Paul Orr will deliver the address of the commencement ceremony this evening. He graduated from McClain High School in 1941. He entered the Ohio State University in the fall of '41, enlisted in the Army Reserves, and was called into active duty in April 1943. He was discharged from the military in March of 1946 after nearly 3 years of military service. After the war, Paul returned to Ohio State University, where he earned a bachelor's degree in education in 1948. He then began his teaching and coaching career in the Hamilton local schools in Franklin County. After 7 years, Paul Orr returned to McClain High School as a teacher and as a coach. Orr received his master's degree from Ohio State in 1956. He was named principal of McClain High School in 1960. He returned to coaching at McClain in 1966. Orr was named superintendent of Fairfield Local District in 1972 after serving for 6 years as superintendent. Mr. Orr retired in August of 1978. He was then elected to the Greenfield Board of Education in 1979 and served in the capacity for 14 years. For the past 15 years, he has served as the bailiff of the Highland County Court. Mr. Orr was married in 1948 to Evelyn Arnott, who was a 1943 graduate of McClain High School. They are the proud parents of 4 children, Paula, Jamie, James, and John, who are also all graduates of McClain High School. The Orr's 8 grandchildren, 5 of whom are currently attending Greenfield schools. Orr is an active member of the First United Methodist Church in Greenfield, where he has been a longtime Sunday school teacher and member of the choir. With no further ado, I'd like to introduce our speaker tonight, Mr. Paul Orr.
Graduating seniors, parents, faculty, administration, members of the Greenfield Exempted Village Board of Education, family, and friends. I am truly honored to have been invited to take part in this, I think it's 138, 28, whatever. We're all here, commencement of the Edward Lee McClain High School. Dr. Strain called some time ago, and when he talked to me, he mentioned the bicentennial. As you well know, that's the 200th birthday of Greenfield. Now, I really suspect that the reason my name came to mind, I was probably the oldest fossil he could remember that had anything to do with the schools. But I do thank him for calling me. Before we go further, I want to put to rest a really ugly rumor that has been going around town. I want to assure you that Dorothy Lynch, Harry Turner, or myself were not among the early settlers of our town. I have gotten involved in this bicentennial celebration, and it's been a real pleasure for me. But before we get to that, I want to mention that this is a very special evening. It's a special evening for you, and it's a special evening for your folks and your friends. And always, on special occasions, I think it's like a sweet sour. There's happiness and joy and celebration and this type of thing, these kind of emotions. But there's another kind of emotion, which is kind of a reflective type of thing, because you know things are going to change. Your family, I know your mom and dad are going through this right now, and I suspect you are too. So tonight, I like to have fun, but this isn't the time to have fun. This is the time I'm going to ask you to, with me, reflect upon some things that maybe, just maybe, you might be thinking about 50 years from now, hopefully. As I say, I got involved in this bicentennial celebration. I hope you will too. I hope you will avail yourselves of the opportunities for this. And as I read F.R. Harris's books, I'll tell you, there's two great books, and I'll tell you the truth, I didn't read these until I got involved in this bicentennial. Terrific, easy read, anecdotal. It's something that you would really grab a hold of and enjoy reading. A Green Country Town, or Hometown Chronicles. It's amazing what you find out about this community. And as I did this, I was thinking about how much I've taken for granted through the years. Not only about Greenfield, but other things. So if there is a theme for this thing I'm doing tonight, and I'm not sure that it'll make any sense, it's this idea of taking things for granted and how much we take for granted. And what's the danger of taking things for granted? What do we take for granted? I'll tell you, boys and girls, men and women, I'm sorry. We got a lot of ground to cover tonight, and it's hot in here. So I'm going to have to go fast, and you're going to have to stay alert, and you're going to have to stay up with me. And don't anybody say amen. The first thing I'd like for you to consider as being something we take for granted is the world we live in. And I can't take time. I'll be here an hour and a half. I really get going. And I know you don't want that. And these guys up here are going to kick me out of here before then. But the world we live in, it's unbelievable. If you know anything about the universe, if you know anything about the solar system, if you know anything about the universe, you know that it's inexplainable. It's unbelievable. It's fantastic. And, some would have us believe that that was just an accident, that there was some kind of an explosion out there in the cosmic, and here we are. Well, that's for you to consider. And you might be considering that a good part of your life. Consider your body. What we take for granted. When I was your age, and we just assumed we were invincible. The human body was something, it never wore out. It'd do anything we wanted to do. we just never thought about it. But think of this. At one time, you were a cell, a single cell. Then you became 2 cells. Then you became 4 cells. Now, we're not going to go clear up to the millions on this, but at any rate, you get the picture. And that first cell had the blueprints of what you look like today. It's unreal. And some of these cells decided to, they don't know how, spatialize. Now, we used to have pickup games where I'd say, you play third base, you play first base, I'll pitch and you catch it. I don't think they did it that way. But nobody knows how they did it. What became, what determined, what made this cell determine to be a muscle cell or a bone cell or brain cell or whatever. But anyway, these cells became groups of cells called organs, and organs became systems. I'll tell you, and the body heals itself. There are some that believe, and I believe this is true, the only healing that goes on is done by the body itself. Terrific machine, the body. Now, being an old coach, I see the body as a mechanism that can do a lot of fantastic things. Look at the basketball player. I'm constantly amazed at what basketball players can do. Some guy jumps out of the gym and jumps above the rim and throws that ball down through the basket. Hey. Well, that guy can kick. We got high school kids now can kick field goals over 50 yards. Or baseball. You name it. The ability of kids, of young people today, athletes today, is unreal. I hope I don't lose you because come on, stay with me, gang. Stay with me. Years ago, I was lucky enough to go to school with a guy named Don Great. His picture's on the wall out there. He went to Iowa State, became an All-American, played pro baseball, Had the world's record in 1953. Threw a baseball 443 feet. Now that's like standing out at the depths of center field down a synergy field and throwing it past the home plate. The only guy who can make the ball go farther than that is a guy like Mark McGuire, who hit about 70 home runs last year. He can hit them 500, 600 feet. But you know something? They say, whoever they is, say that the toughest thing for an athlete to learn to do is hit a baseball. Now, I can believe that because I played some ball. And you got some cat out there that's about 6'2" and weighs 190 pounds, and he's throwing that pill up there about 95 miles an hour, and you got this stick in your hand called a bat, and you're supposed to see it. And you don't know whether it's inside, outside, up, or down, whether it's breaking to the outside, whether it's breaking to the inside, or dropping into the plate, and you're supposed to hit it. The body. It's your temple. Then we go to the brain. Holy mackerel. Who can understand the human brain? You guys are computer people. I'm a computer illiterate. I don't know anything about them. I do know that they're supposed to be awful fast at calculating all this kind of stuff. Can't compare to your brain. Human brain is so superior to that it isn't funny. What the human brain has done, I'm going to have to skip down here, guys. I hate this because I really had a lot of things I want to share with you, but look what the human brain has done. Primitive man developed weapons to protect himself, and then he developed tools, simple tools. And then he developed simple machines like the wheel and the pulley and the lever, and these machines are the basis for everything today. I was out baling hay the other day with my son, using a baler. Simple machines result in those kind of contemporary machines. And what these people did with these primitive machines, pyramids, Great Wall of China, the Inca civilization, But of all the things that man ever came up with, and I use man as a generic term now, and women, you're included, is language. You know, language didn't just happen. Somebody had to develop that. Somebody had to come up with the idea, hey, that's got to be a wheel, or that's got to be something else. Somebody has said, and I believe this is absolutely true, language is the basis of all knowledge and human relationships. Imagine what this world would be without language. No communication, no development of science, no development of anything. And then we consider what we take for granted as life itself, and nobody knows what life is. There's nobody alive who can tell you what life is. It's the most precious thing that we can have. We can say what life is like. I think some of you probably saw the movie Forrest Gump, and in someplace in that movie, he was talking about life being like a box of chocolates. I guess that was it. Well, I've got a whole thing here on what life is, but I don't think I'm going to take time to do that. I'm just going to tell you that, well, I'm going to do it because I think it's kind of cool. You all are Greenfield McClain graduates, or nearly. You all know what parts of speech are. Oh yeah, grammar. We all got that grammar. Now what I'm telling you is that life is like a verb. Now a verb is an action word, right? Is that the way I remember hearing that? It's an action word. Life is action. The other interesting thing about verbs is there's three parts. There's a past, and there's a present, and a future. Life is just exactly like that. It's a past, it's a present, and a future. And the past. Sometimes we say we like to forget our past. Don't ever say that. The most tragic thing that could ever happen to you or to happen to me, and it's happened to a lot of people, is to lose connection with our past. See, if I lose connection with my past, I lose my own identity. I don't know who I am. I don't know how to do anything. I don't know any relationships that I've formed. The past. Well, taken for granted, consider your town and your school. I won't go into that too much. Greenfield, the heritage of Greenfield is unreal. If you want to find something out about your community, read some of these books. Admirals, generals. It's really fantastic, the heritage that we have in this community. And whenever anybody thinks of Greenfield, what do they think about? School. The school in Greenfield is almost synonymous. Edward Lee McClain High School. And I could go on and on and on about that, but we really take this for granted. We're surrounded by its beauty. We're surrounded by the ambiance, if you want to call it that, of this magnificent school. And we just really don't appreciate it until you get away, and sometime later you will. The McClain Alumni Association is a new alumni association. It has about 800 members in it now and is counting. Is going to award its first annual scholarship in memory of E.L. McClain, Mr. McClain. And this first year's award will be made later this summer. In addition, they commend each one of you, and you're going to be receiving a letter from them and also a complimentary membership into the Alumni Association for the first year. I think I would be remiss, although I'm surprised Mr. Cornett hasn't rung a bell or something. I want to read you something from a magazine that was printed in 1923. This article was written by the superintendent of the Chicago City Schools for a magazine, a top-of-the-line national magazine. He was sent to study the schools. And somebody said, hey, there's a school down in a little old town in Greenfield, Ohio, you better go see. So he came to see it. He stopped at Chillicothe and inquired about Greenfield, and he asked some guy in Chillicothe, he said, hey, what's in Greenfield? Well, principally, the young man said, there is the school. And I venture to say, if you had asked that about any place around, you'd get the same answer today. Ed McClain. This guy talked to some guy here in town. This was his observation about Ed McClain. Ed McClain built the school because he thinks folks ought to have a good time without going to the devil for it. That's Ed. I knew him when he was a boy working in his father's harness shop. All the big rise in the world he's got ain't spoiled him none. He likes folks just as much as he ever did. He says to me, come on in. Let's have a talk. Just as he always used to. Later on, this same writer asked Mr. McClain, Ed, who asked you to give this school? Nobody. How'd you happen to think of it? I wanted to give our folks something for a happy life. I thought of a church. I thought of a park. I thought of a library, a YMCA, and I concluded that a school would bring most happiness to the largest number for the greatest length of time. I'm going to take about 1 minute to show you something. Mr. McClain became a multi-millionaire industrialist through those little hooks on this pad. This happens to be a horse collar pad. And until he developed those hooks, you couldn't flip this over the horse's neck like this. I mean, it was completely round, and so the horse would get spooked. And so this idea came to him. He patented it, the only one that could make it. Millions and millions and millions and millions of pads. A little idea. That's how he was able to provide for this school. Now, I want you to listen carefully to this. These are not my words. These are E.L. McClain's words. And I read these, and it really touched me. I hope they touch you. This same fellow after he had visited the school building. Now, we're talking 1923. This is 8 years after students had been running around in it. An amazing thing is the condition of the plant today. For 8 years, children and adults have enjoyed continued use of it. But you would think it was opened yesterday. Not a scratch. You could eat off the floor. This is this guy talking. When I said this to Mr. McClain, he answered. Now, these are Mr. McClain's words. I know that. Everybody mentions it. I knew these children would take care of what you give them. Some cautious people feared it was wrong to surround our youth with what they called luxuries. We decorate lavishly our courthouses, where lawyers and criminals go. We make very elegant capitals for our lawmakers. Why not put beauty around those who are the more plastic and susceptible to its influence? Don't you know how clever the devil is to draw youth to his resorts with music, light, and beautiful surroundings? Why should the schoolmaster be expected to lure our boys and girls to the cold comfort of study in a barn? If you believe in America, put your belief into shape. If the 4th of July oration's about education being, as Lincoln said, the first consideration of the American people, if that means anything, let's show it. Let's not have the movie theater and the dance hall and the handsomest houses in the town. Let's not put all our beauty into the bank building. But let's make the church and the school the handsomest, happiest assets we have. You said you found our children remarkably courteous. And I noticed that today, gang. Really, if I come into this building, more often than not, the students here are extremely courteous. They are more than that. The influence of their surroundings gets into their minds and awakens their powers. They walk away with estate prizes in writing and in speaking and in athletics. Name me any excellence you think public schools ought to produce, and you'll find you'll get more of it from a school beautifully housed than from the same school in a dreary barrack. Don't you make any mistake about that. That's the mindset of this guy. This is the mindset of an E.L. McClain. This is why we have this building. Gosh, you're really special, and I'm special. You know, there's billions of people that's walked this earth, and you're the only one of you. And I'm the only one of me, and that's kind of sad to come to think of, but that's right. There's only one of you, of all the billions that have inhabited the earth. Now, that poses an interesting thing for you. It's a dilemma for you. You know, it's how you deal with that as to what your life's going to be like. See, I can look at it this way. I can see myself as one of a whole vast multitude of millions. I'm just one out of a million. What can I do? What does it make any difference what I think? I'm only one out of a million. But then the other way to look at it is, hey, gang, I'm one in a million. There ain't nobody out there like me. There's nobody out there that can do the things I can do. There's not a soul out there that can give to my community and my fellow man what I can give. Hey, how you answer that is going to influence you the rest of your life. And finally, thank God, I hear somebody say, okay, consider this, and this is a hard thing to realize, you are in charge. What you become is entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. You make the decisions, you make the choices. Now, you might have some input from parents and teachers and this type of thing and peers, whatever, but you are the guy, you are the gal that is responsible for the actions you take. Only you. So what you become is entirely up to you. Hopefully you will get some input from other people, but don't blame anybody else. It's your decision. It's your decision of what voice you're going to listen to. It's your decision as to what actions you're going to take. I want to thank you folks for your kind attention. It's hot, and this wasn't very humorous at all. I hope it gave you some things to think about, and I wish God's blessings to be on each and every one of you as you pursue whatever endeavor you are going to pursue. I want to thank you, but there's one other thing I want you to do. I'm an old football player, right? And I used to love those pep rallies. We had them in the auditorium. Got ready for the ball game on Friday night. Hey, talking to Mike. All right. Talking about those pep rallies we had over at the auditorium, and I thought you could hear me. I'm sorry. All right, what I want you to do, there's an old cheer that we used back then. I still think you use it today. It's a give me an M. A give me an M, you got that? Give me a C, give me a ho, I hope I can still spell that. All right, now what I want to do, I want every one of you to stand. Everybody. And I want to hear, I'm going to lead it, now that's going to be a laugh in itself, but I want to hear, give me an M, and I want you to rack this place. All right? Are you all rested and ready to go? All right. Give me an M. Yeah. Ah, pretty good. Give me a C. C. All right. Now we're cooking. Give me another C. C. All right. A little bit better. Give me a big old L. Come on. L. Give me an A. Hey. Give me an I. Give me an N. What do you got? Give me another one. Give me another one. Thank you. Hey, you guys hey, hold this phone now. You guys just won me a bet. I bet Dr. Strain I could get a standing ovation.
Thank you, Mr. Orr, but you neglected to tell them you told me you could do this in 15 minutes. I would like to ask a question. I would like for any person present who sat in Mr. Orr's classroom, attended high school under Mr. Orr's time as principal, played football or basketball or baseball under Coach Orr's tutelage, to raise your hand. Quite a few hands up. Thank you very much. Mr. Orr, we thank you very much for spending time with us here this evening and delivering your words of wisdom to the members of the class of '99. At this time, Amber Nicole Arnott, president of the class of '99, will now address the class. Amber?
Good evening. We would like to welcome to this evening's commencement the Board of Education, Mr. Cornett, Dr. Strain, Dr. Conacher, Mr. Orr, the faculty of McClain High School, and friends and family of the class of 1999. To the seniors, I say to you today, my friends, that in spite of all the difficulties and frustrations of the moment, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. Unfortunately, these words are not my own, but those of another great person, Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr. I feel the understanding of these words is of great importance to us graduates. And as your class president, I feel it my responsibility to translate these thought-provoking words into sentences that we as a class may understand and use in life. It has been said that living a successful life after high school is like attempting to raft the Amazon. The harsh, powerful rapids of life may quickly smash your dreams on the jagged rocks of reality. Life can be a wild and dangerous river if you are not prepared for the long paddle. This is why we need dreams. Dreams propel us to keep paddling even when we feel like giving up. The quality of your journey will depend on the quality of your dreams. For 13 years, we have all consistently dreamed. Many are common dreams everyone may have once in his or her life. However, the outrageous dreams we have are what make us individuals. At times, we have even chosen to share these dreams with each other. And those we choose not to share are probably best left in silence. Have you ever noticed that even at times when we feel the world is against us, it's easy to lie down and have a positive dream? The point is that dreams are not affected by the outside world, so don't let yourself give up on your dreams. Keep dreaming today and hope that they will come true tomorrow. This is a challenge I impart to you. It is the same challenge Langston Hughes tells us to accept in his poems, Dreams. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. Until we meet again, class of 1999, I thank you.
Thank you, Amber. Ross Allen Free, valedictorian of the class of 1999, will now address the class.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome the faculty, honored guests, fellow students, and friends, school board members, parents, and everybody here, I guess. I'd like to thank Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, for letting me be here today and giving me this opportunity. I'd also like to thank my family and my teachers and all my friends. As we sit here tonight, ready to graduate and go our separate ways, we all have different ideas of what the future holds for us. Some of us may know exactly what we want to do, and others may not yet. But we know that if we are to succeed in life, we can't be afraid to fail. Everyone remembers that Babe Ruth was a legend because he hit 714 home runs in his career. Not many people remember that he struck out 1,330 times trying to hit those homers. When someone asked him what he thought about when he struck out, he said, "I think about hitting home runs." We all want to be successful, but we can't do it by quitting when adversity comes, and it will come. It's just like the old saying goes, if at first you don't succeed, try again. I'd like to wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Ross, it's with great respect for your academic achievements at McClain High School. It's my privilege to present you with this medallion and certificate to honor you as valedictorian of the McClain High School class of 1999. Joshua Thomas O'Brien, salutatorian of the class of 1999, will now address the class.
Faculty, friends, graduates, and family, I welcome you tonight and good evening. I'd like to begin today by reading an excerpt from Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, in which the young girl Alice has become lost and seeks the counsel of the wise but elusive Cheshire Cat. "Would you tell me, please, which way I am to go from here?" "That depends on where you want to go," said the cat. "It doesn't matter much," said Alice. Then it doesn't matter much which way you go," replied the cat. Oh, just as long as I get somewhere, added Alice. Oh, you're sure to do that, said the cat, if you only walk long enough. And what sort of people live there, asked Alice. To the right, said the cat, there lives a hatter. To the left, a March hare. Visit either you like, they're both quite mad. But I don't want to go among mad people, replied Alice. Oh, you can't help that, said the cat. We're all mad here. I'm mad, you're mad. How do you know I'm mad, asked Alice. You must be, said the cat, or you wouldn't be here. Like Alice, we are about to embark on our own journey to the wonderland we call tomorrow, where nothing is as it seems. And as I look among you today, 3 questions keep surfacing. Where have we come from? Why are we here? And where are we going now? The first, where have we come from, is easy. First of all, I will ask each of you graduates to look around for what may be the last time. Don't just see blank faces and empty stone walls. Take in what you see. For many years, this has been our home away from home, our steadfast rock from which all our plans were laid. We have spent many of our waking hours inside its walls, surrounded by friends and enemies alike. In many ways, these past years have been the stuff that dreams are made of. Still, all good things must come to an end, and so the second question, why are we here, bidding goodbye to an element of our lives which can never be replaced and so shall never be forgotten, is answered. We can never forget the debt of gratitude which we owe to the people of McClain, student and faculty alike, and to our families for making us all that we are. To them we owe ourselves. The final question, where are we going now, has no easy answers. Tomorrow, each one of us will set out on his or her own quest. We will go forth into a beckoning world, leaving all that has created us behind in memory. However, in a sense, it matters not where we go, just so long as where we go is where we intended to be, because we, the class of 1909, will rise above any obstacle set before us. We have the skills. We have the drive. We have the hope. And deep in our memories, we have the encouragement and motivation needed to overcome anything in the form of those we leave behind today. Finally, I'd like to share with you these words by Emily Dickinson, symbolizing this high caliber of us, the class of 1999. We never know how high we are till we are asked to rise, and then if we are true to plan, our statures touch the skies. Thank you.
Josh, it's with great respect for your academic achievements at McClain High School. It's my privilege to present you with this medallion and certificate to honor you as Salutatorian of the McClain High School class of 1999. At this time, members of the class will join the band for their selection. Thank you very much. For the past 10 years, McClain High School has been greatly blessed with an opportunity for students to further their study at Ohio University through the Conacher-Cutler Scholarship Program. We're very pleased to have with us here this evening the originator of this scholarship, Dr. Wilfred Conacher, member of the McClain class of 1940, as well as his wife, Ann Lee. We are very pleased to have them with us. At this time, we'd like to make an announcement that after 10 years of trying, we have finally been able to receive Dr. Conacher's permission to establish in the school building a recognition of this scholarship program and the winners each year of that scholarship program. So in the not too distant future, we will be placing this photograph of Dr. Conacher, as well as a memorial plaque which will list the recipients of the Conacher-Cutler Scholarship. The plaque will read, Dr. Will Conacher, a 1940 graduate of Edward Lee McClain High School, and his wife Ann Lee Conacher established the Conacher Scholars Program for McClain High School graduates at Ohio University in 1990. The Conacher Scholars Program became the basis for the Manasseh Cutler Scholars Program, which was established at Ohio University in 1995 and modeled on the Oxford University Rhodes Scholars Program. The Conacher Scholars Program recognizes a member of a graduating class at Edward Lee McClain High School each year with a 4-year scholarship for tuition, room, board, and summer stipend to attend Ohio University. We are very pleased, as I said, to have with us this evening Dr. Wilfred Conacher, who will present this year's Conacher-Cutler Scholarship Award. Dr. Conacher.
Thank you for those very kind words. It has been 10 years. Doesn't seem like it at all, but I guess they say the older you get, the faster time goes, and it sure has been zipping along here past 10. I'd like first to congratulate the faculty and administration of this institution. You have turned out some absolutely outstanding young men and women, well-rounded people, citizens of the country. We've had the pleasure of following 9 of them so far. They have done McClain and Greenfield a great honor. They really have shown inordinate amount of skill and activities, and they are going on into various roles in life, from lawyers to doctors to teachers, and you will be hearing about and from those people, because they are going to be outstanding people from Greenfield. This evening I have a great honor to present the 10th such scholarship. I had the opportunity to read the resume of this young lady, and then the privilege of meeting her this evening. We have another winner, outstanding one. And this evening I am pleased to present to Rebecca Ann Carbon, the 1999. You'll pardon me, they all become daughters and sons when we do this. Thank you.
On behalf of the Board of Education, it gives me great pleasure to present scholarships to graduates of the class of 1999 in memory of distinguished citizens and friends of the Greenfield community. As I call their names, the seniors should come to the stage. James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship. Cammie Rochelle Brown, William Lee Carnes, April Sue Leverton, Joshua Thomas O'Brien, Cassie Jo Shelton. The Heidensfeld Scholarship, Ross Allen Free. The Donahoe Scholarship, Amber Nicole Arnett, Ross Allen Free, Ryan William Weller. Greenfield Schools Alumni Scholarship, Paige Marie Anderson, Stephanie Ann King, Allison Ray Losi. And Destiny Marie Wisecup. The Greenfield Schools Board of Education Scholarship, Sarah Ruth Urig. We are pleased with the support the community has shown for additional scholarship assistance. At this time, we recognize and congratulate those who have received other awards. Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Tia Ray Adams, the Berea College Tuition Scholarship, Federal Pell Grant, Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, National Honor Society Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Paige Marie Anderson, Federal Pell Grant, Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, Greenfield Schools Alumni Scholarship, Gus Weiler Scholar Athlete Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio State University Freshman Foundation Grant, Ohio State University Minority Excellence Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Amber Nicole Arnett, AmVet Scholarship, Ann Flynn Corwin Fox Family Scholarship, Donahoe Scholarship, Federal Pell Grant, Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio State University Alumni Scholarship, Ohio State University Highland County Alumni Scholarship, the Pausch Scholarship, Ohio State University, Ron Wood Memorial Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Bridget Renee Beatty, Southern State Community College Summer Superstart Scholarship. Melissa Lynn Bell, the Thomas Scholarship. James Vernon Brown, Federal Pell Grant, Ohio State University Freshman Foundation Grant, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Cammie Rochelle Brown, James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship. Matthew Scott Bryant, National Honor Society Scholarship. Holly Noel Burgess, Southern State Community College Summer Superstart Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Michael Vaughn Chamblin Jr., Ronald and Mary Cross Scholarship, Miami Scholars Award Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship, Harry and Lucy Williams Memorial Scholarship. David Taylor Cheney, Southern State Community Summer Superstart Scholarship. Isaac Tate Cockrell. Federal Pell Grant, Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, National Wild Turkey Federation Conservative Scholarship, Wilmington College Grant, Ohio Instructional Grant, Ohio Student Choice Grant. Rebecca Ann Corwin. Conacher Cutler Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Kenneth J. Crago. Helen and Elmer Kloss Memorial Scholarship, Tiger Booster Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Amanda Lynn Crothers, National Honor Society Scholarship. William Joseph Detweiler, Tiger Booster Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Ross Allen Free, Ann Flynn Corwin Fox Family Scholarship, Donahoe Scholarship, Dort College Presidential Scholarship, Federal Pell Grant, Gus Weiler Scholar Athlete Scholarship, Heidensfeld Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Sabina Farmers Exchange Scholarship, Ron Wood Memorial Scholarship. Jeffrey Ryan George, Greenfield Firefighter Scholarship, Greenfield Peace Officer Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship. Fabian Gaskemski, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Candace Marie Hogel, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Miranda May Howe, Board of Regents Scholarship, Kasner Scholarship, Federal Pell Grant, Ohio Instructional Grant, Ohio Grant, Southern State Community College Academic Excellence Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Alicia Jean Howland, Berea College Scholarship, Federal Pell Grant, National Honor Society Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Stacy Lynn Hallam, Daddy's Cardinal Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship. Rochelle Lee Johnson, Federal Pell Grant. William Lee Carnes, Highland County Society for Children's and Adults Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship, James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship. Stephanie Ann King, Federal Pell Grant, Good Hope Lions Scholarship, Greenfield Schools Alumni Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Amber Lynn Kirsch, Capital University Challenge Grant. Robert Ira Lanning, Tabitha Elder Memorial Scholarship. April Sue Leverton, Ann Flynn Corwin Fox Family Scholarship, Federal Pell Grant, Nestle Beige Forest Scholarship, 4-H Endowment Scholarship, Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, Charles Hewitt Memorial Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio Instructional Grant, Ohio University Chillicothe Excellence Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship, James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship, Ron Wood Memorial Scholarship. Allison Ray Losey, Altrusa Scholarship, Federal Pell Grant, Alumni Schools Alumni, Greenfield Schools Alumni Scholarship, Miss Wheels of Progress Scholarship, Mothers Club Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio Northern University Distinguished Achievement Award, Tiger Booster Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Scott Michael Lovett, Ashley Randall Scholarship. Tara Dawn Matthews, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Tanya Marquisia Meeks, Ohio State School of Cosmetology Scholarship. Jesse Joseph Mitchell, AMVET Scholarship, Federal Pell Grant, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship, James Washburn Scholarship. Lindsay Lee Mitchell, Federal Pell Grant. Jerry Nicholas Newberry, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Joshua Thomas O'Brien, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio Academic Scholarship, Ohio National Guard Tuition Grant, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship, James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship, Wittenberg Scholars Award Scholarship. Sarah Beth Rashford, Federal Pell Grant, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio Instructional Grant. Kathy Richardson Memorial Scholarship, Southern State Community College Academic Excellence Scholarship, Southern State Community College Summer Superstart Scholarship. September Lynn Rhodes, Federal Pell Grant, Ohio State Foundation Grant. Miranda Sue Ritchie, Summer Superstart, Southern State Summer Superstart Program. Cassie Jo Shelton, Ann Flynn Corwin Fox Family Scholarship, James M. and Ruth Watt Memorial Scholarship, Federal Pell Grant, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio State Alumni Scholarship, the Pausch Scholarship, Ohio State University, Travis Turvey Scholarship, 12th Grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Erin Elaine Smith, Federal Pell Grant, Federal Supplemental Educational Opportunity Grant, Federal Supplemental Grant. Chad Allen Snavely, 12th grade Proficiency Test Scholarship, Ron Wood Memorial Scholarship. Felisa Irene Snyder, Textron Scholarship. Angela Ray Stroud, 12th grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Catherine Jane Thorne, Federal Pell Grant, Tiger Booster Scholarship, 12th grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Karen Ann Tolbert, Southern State Community College Summer Super Start Scholarship, 12th grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Stephen Benjamin Turner, Ohio University Excellence Scholarship, 12th grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Sarah Ruth Urig, Greenfield Schools Board of Education Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio University Chillicothe Excellence Scholarship. Todd Cody Watson, Laurel Oaks Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship. Ryan William Weller, Ernie Blankenship Scholarship, Donahoe Scholarship, Roger Groom Scholarship, Gus Weiler Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio University License Plate Scholarship, 12th grade Proficiency Test Scholarship. Destiny Michelle Wisecup, Bonta Scholarship, Good Hope Lions Scholarship, Greenfield Printer Scholarship, National Schools Alumni Scholarship, National Honor Society Scholarship, Ohio State University Highland County Alumni Scholarship, 12th grade Proficiency Test Scholarship.
Congratulations to each member of the class and their scholarship assistants. McClain High School maintains a close working relationship with the Great Oaks Joint Vocational School District and the Laurel Oaks Career Development Campus, which is part of the Great Oaks District. Mr. Tom Beatty, member of the Greenfield Board of Education, represents our district on the Great Oaks Board. Each year, approximately 60 members of our school attend Laurel Oaks, where they receive a fine education in a variety of vocational programs. Mrs. Maggie Hess, Assistant Director on the Laurel Oaks campus, is with us on stage this evening representing Laurel Oaks. Please welcome Mrs. Hess to Greenfield. "31 members of the class of '99 have been awarded the Ohio Board of Regents Senior Proficiency Test Tuition Scholarship. Will the following seniors please stand and remain standing until all are recognized? Tia Adams, Paige Anderson, Amber Arnott, James Brown, Holly Burgess, Michael Chamblin, Rebecca Corbin, Kenneth J. Crago, Willie Detweiler, Ross Free, Fabian Gosminski, Candace Hogel, Miranda Howe, Alicia Howland, William Carnes, Stephanie King, April Leverton, Allison Losey, Tara Matthews, Jesse Mitchell, Nick Newberry, Josh O'Brien, Cassie Shelton, Chad Snavely, Angela Stroud, Catherine Thorne, Karen Tolbert, Stephen Turner, Cody Watson, Ryan Weller, Destiny Wisecup. Please recognize these seniors for having received the Ohio Board of Regents Senior Proficiency Test Tuition Scholarship. "30 members of the class of '99 received the State Board of Education Award of Merit for College Preparatory Studies. Will the following seniors please stand and remain standing? Tia Adams, Paige Anderson, Amber Arnott, Melissa Bell, Kami Brown, Megan Buckhammer, Holly Burgess, Michael Chamblin, Rebecca Corbin, Ross Free, Amity Henson, Alicia Howland, Jay Humphreys, Rochelle Johnson, April Leverton, Allison Losey, Jesse Mitchell, Heather Montgomery, Joshua O'Brien, September Rhodes, Matthew Roberts, Katie Robinson, Cassie Shelton, Aaron Smith, Chad Snavely, Catherine Thorne, Stephen Turner, Sarah Yurig, Ryan Weller, Destiny Weiskup. Please recognize these seniors for receiving the State Board of Education Award of Merit in College Preparatory Studies. 4 members of the class of '99 received the State Board of Education Award of Merit for Vocational Studies. Will the following seniors please stand? Willie Detweiler, Melody Dunaway, Sarah Ratchford, Amy Ward. Please recognize these seniors for having received the State Board of Education Award of Merit in Vocational Studies. Mrs. Penn. It's a great pleasure that I present the Greenfield Exempted Village Board of Education the 149 members of the graduating class of 1999. I recommend that these students who have completed the graduation requirements of the State of Ohio and the Greenfield Exempted Village Board of Education be granted diplomas.
On behalf of the Greenfield Exempted Village School District Board of Education, it is a pleasure to accept your recommendation to grant diplomas to each qualified member of the McClain class of '99. We will award those diplomas at this time.
Amber Nicole Arnott, President of the Class of 1999, Diploma with Honors. Scott Michael Lovett, Vice President of the Class of 1999. Cassie Jo Shelton, Secretary of the Class of 1999, Diploma with Honors. Ryan William Weller, Treasurer of the Class of 1999, Diploma with Honors. Ross Allen Free, Valedictorian of the Class of 1999, Diploma with Honors. Joshua Thomas O'Brien, Salutatorian of the Class of 1999, Diploma with Honors. Tia Ray Adams, Diploma with Honors. Paige Marie Anderson. Amanda Jo Bainter. Jonathan Edward Barr. Bridget Renee Beatty. Lynn McQuay Beatty. Melissa Lynn Bell. Anthony Earl Berry. Angela K. Bragg. Janelle Nicole Brewer. Gladys May Brown. James Vernon Brown. Kami Rochelle Brown. Matthew Scott Bryant. Megan Sue Buckhammer. Charles Lee Burgess. Holly Noel Burgess. Brandy Lee Burkett. James Matthew Butler. Jeremiah Ralph Campbell. Latasha Lynn Campbell. Chastity Dawn Caton. Michael Vaughn Chamblin, Jr. David Taylor Cheney. Benjamin Stanley Kenneth Klauser. Jesse John Cockerell. Isaac Tate Cockrell. James Daniel Combs. Lucas Lee Cook. Rita Marie Cook. Adam Lee Coonrod. Lance Lucan Cooper. Rebecca Ann Corbin, diploma with honors. Jason Scott Countryman. Vanessa Renee Cox. Kenneth J. Crago. Diana Nicole Cramblett. Samantha Nicole Cross. Amanda Lynn Crothers. April Elaine Doherty. William Joseph Detweiler. Jacob Davis Pierce Dietrich. Jennifer Christine Donahoe. Felicia Elaine Dowdell. Jason Robert Dunn. Melody Marie Dunaway. Heather Dawn Ellenberger. Wendy Jo Fryer. Kristen Laura Garrison. Jeffrey Ryan George. Amanda Renee Gilman. Fabian Gozimski. Justin Keith Great. Jacqueline Suzette Geisinger. Melody Dawn Haynes. Patrick Justin Hall. Georgiana Nicole Hamilton. Amber Dawn Harmon. Christy Marie Harmon. Brock Anthony Harris. Amity Mae Henson. Jessica Lene Herman. Candace Marie Hogel. Miranda May Howe. Alicia Jean Howland. Stacy Lynn Howland. J. Daniel Humphreys. Sandra Jo Hunt. Got it in your hand, all right. Ready? Yep. Michael Shane Ireland. Matthew Stephen Jackson. Misty Dawn Jackson. Sing Mo Chon. Ed. Amber Nicole Jett. Rochelle Lee Johnson. Sharon Kimberly Johnson. William Lee Carnes. Stephanie Ann King, Diploma with Honors. Carrie Jane Kinnison. Amber Lynn Kirsch. Mary Elizabeth Knopf. William Martin Nisley. Robert Ira Lanning. April Sue Leverton, Diploma with Honors. You're welcome. Dustin Wade Leitner. Heather Rose Little. Allison Ray Losey, Diploma with Honors. Lindsay Michelle Lovett. Tara Dawn Matthews. Aaron J. McCune. Lisa Eluton McKnight. Tanya Marquisa Meeks. Brandon Lewis Mitchell. Jesse Joseph Mitchell. Lindsay Lee Mitchell. James Wesley Moore. Heather Jean Montgomery. Laura Lee Morgan. Bambi Jane Myers. Jerry Nicholas Newberry. Wesley Allen Newman. Ryan Lee Olaker. Kristen Nicole Osborne. Beth Ann Parker. Frank Herbert Parr. Joshua Paul Patterson. Lindsay Walker Pryor. Sarah Beth Ratchford. Zachariah Taylor Rhodes. September Lynn Rhodes. Miranda Sue Ritchie. Matthew James Roberts. Katie Jane Robinson. Branton Dale Ross. Heather Lynn Seaman. Brooke Christina Seeley. Corey Lee Shipton. Erin Elaine Smith. Joshua Woodrow Smith. Chad Allen Snavely. Amber Nicole Snodgrass. Felessa Irene Snyder. Shalana K. Sova. David Eugene Stidham. Angela Ray Stroud. Beth Ann Thompson. Catherine Jane Thorne. Karen Ann Tolbert. Eric Michael Treves. Jan Michael Truman. Stephen Benjamin Turner, Diploma with Honors. Sarah Ruth Urig. Deborah Andrada Vilala. Amy Jo Ward. William Anthony Warakis, Jr. Todd Cody Watson. Jessica Faye Waters. Chastity Dawn Williams. Ricky Lee Williams, Jr. Chad Michael Winland. Brittany Lee Wise. Destiny Michelle Wisecup, Diploma with Honors. Daisy Nicole Yates. At this time, members of the senior choir will perform a selection. stand and join the senior choir along with the McClain Band as they play the McClain alma mater. Members of the choir, please rejoin the class. The audience, please remain standing for the benediction, after which we ask the audience to please be seated. We appreciate the endurance that you've had this evening. Please bear with us for just a few more minutes for the recessional.
One of the main lessons I remember learning in college was a professor looked at me and said, Tanya, a benediction is a sending forth. So when you pronounce a benediction, have the people look at you and tell them what they're to go do. So now receive this benediction. Go, building on the foundation of education that you've received at MHS, strengthened by the relationships of the family and friends that you've known here. Go determined to make a difference in the lives of the people you will meet, and go knowing that God is already where you will be soon. Go in peace, and may God bless you. Amen.
Will the audience please be seated for the recessional?